What's up, guys? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group. Today, October 21st, a lot slower of a day than what we saw last week. So, right off the bat, we're starting the week off. The small caps have kind of cooled off a little bit now. We talked about that Thursday and Friday. They were red hot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. Excuse me. But now, coming into the week this week and starting the week, again, a little slow. Okay. Bimmy got a lot of people excited today, but it was an extremely crowded trade. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that there really wasn't that much going on. It was a very crowded trade. There were a lot of longs in there. There were a lot of shorts in there. It made for a very, very, very choppy action on Bimmy. This is an example of a stock where you can have two traders, one long, one short, and they can both lose money. Okay, so I traded Bimmy today. I traded it twice. I made money on the first trade, lost money on the second trade. I'm basically, I've got a non-event day working for me here. And then I just shut it down because after this Bimmy trade, and I was like, man, this thing is so choppy. I'm like, there's not a lot of action in small caps. I feel like I missed a good opportunity in PETS, PETS today, but other than that, I wasn't really seeing a lot, so I just sat on my hands. I was looking at a possible trade in JNUG, but gold did exactly the opposite of what I thought it was going to do today, so that trade never set up. That trade never really triggered. I was looking at Boeing today. Boeing was down big. I was looking at some options on Boeing, but that stock really didn't. It just, after the gap down, it really just barely moved. So there just wasn't a lot going on today. The things that I was looking at, I really didn't see a lot of opportunity. I didn't see a lot of action. And instead of forcing, trades, I just sat on my hands for the rest of the day, and I'm, finishing the day break even. Before I get into my trades on Bimmy, guys, tomorrow's TGD Tuesday. The chat room is open free for everybody. If you guys want to come and chat with me, see my screen, hear me on the microphone, breaking down my analysis and trade with myself and the rest of the TGD team, you can go to truetradinggroup.com, upper right-hand corner, click on TGD Tuesday, register, and you'll get a link that'll give you access to our chat room for free. Okay, it's totally free. You can come in the entire day, say what's up. If you guys do come in, let me know you're from the YouTube community. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, so let's get to this Bimmy trade. The first one was a good one. The first one I made a nice little chunk on, but I gave it all right back on my second trade. So let's get to the 15-minute chart to talk about the first level that we were talking about on Bimmy. And it was around that 650 area. Why around that 650 area? You've got prior support here on the 15th. After we broke below it, you can see that it became resistance the rest of the afternoon. It was then resistance on the 17th, and then it was once again resistance on the 18th. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections at that 650 level. Coming into the day today, we were gapping above this level, clearly above the level. So I said that's the area I'm going to look for support to kick in, and that's exactly where we found support. It just wasn't an easy trade from that point forward. On that initial pullback off the bell, okay, we start to pull in and we start to hold support here. The trade line starts to catch up. I got long a tier 1 position inside this candle. Take you guys to my trade announcements. Here you can see long tier 1 at 655. Stop loss 625. I'm going to add tier 2 through 675. Why 675? That's where VWAP is, and you can see right here VWAP was giving us a hard time for off the opening bell. Okay, so right here, bang, we break through VWAP. I actually add to this position at 682. Okay, so I said 675, but I didn't get in there until 682 on the tier 2 entry. And then the first target, we shot right up there, right in front of the high of the day was my first target. You can see I took some profit off at 720. Then we broke through the high of the day, and then I sold the bulk of my position at 740. Okay, and then we weren't able to hold, and we just got stuffed. Huge rejection candle from that new high, and I ended up exiting the last piece of my position right there as we blew through VWAP. I mean, guys, we blew through VWAP like it wasn't even there. I did think on this pullback we might get some support there. We blew right through it, and I exited the last piece at 659. So I made a little bit of money on this trade. It wasn't a home run, but was a good way to start the day. And then I bailed on the trade, and then it sucked me back in, guys. Literally, the stock just sucked me back in. I was kind of aggravated with myself on how poor my entry was on this second attempt. But what I started to say to myself is, man, that support area that we were talking about pre-market, it really held, because look what happened here. We ended up going from the low of the day and squeeze back up to make a new high and go all the way up to $8. So once we broke through the high of the day, okay, and went up to $8, I started to notice that the previous high lines up exactly with the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So now I'm saying to myself, man, and we're holding. You can see for these first 3-4 candles after the new high, we were holding up here above the previous high, above the 23.6 fib level, and the trade line was working its way up. So right there, guys, within this candle, I got long right here. Take you guys to my trade announcements. Long bid me for the second time at 779, and I was really frustrated with myself on that entry. That's such a poor entry, I feel. And I got long right there, right looking for the high of the day break. I thought the trade line was going to work its way up, come up here, give us a, cross that over, and then we were going to get a squeeze up towards 850, but we just got rejected heavy at that high of the day, and then I ended up bailing on the position right there at 720. So I just gave everything back. So I was frustrated with myself for that, but then it was like at that point I'm saying to myself, man, this stock is so choppy. I mean, you guys just look at what this stock did the rest of the day, and you can see how it would be very easy for someone that's long to lose money, and also for someone that's short to lose money. Was a very crowded trade. There wasn't a lot of action in small caps. It makes sense that it was crowded. And then, like I said, I just kind of shut it down, guys. I was disciplined. I just said, if I'm not seeing anything, I'm just gonna shut it down. Keep things nice and easy, non-event day, and we'll go back at it tomorrow, and hopefully we get some better action tomorrow. Even if small caps go back to being quiet and go back to being dead, there's a lot of other catalysts right now, guys, that could still give us some really good opportunity. We've got a highly anticipated earnings season that's starting up. I think we got 12 Dow components report this week. We've also got a Fed meeting coming up. So there's going to be some other catalysts that can really start to create some opportunities for us, whether it's in mid caps, whether it's in we can maybe trade options off of some large cap earnings. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for us out there, even if small caps do end up being quiet this week and next week. There's still going to be plenty of opportunities. So get ready, and that's why I wanted to just shut it down today, and basically try to start the week fresh tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys in chat. Take care.